Well, good morning, East Main Baptist Church. Thank you, as always, for joining me for another episode of Real Short Talks with Ryan. As always, my goal is to help you encounter God, experience Him, and engage with His mission. To do that today, we're going to be marching right along in our series through the Psalms, looking at Psalm chapter 24. Now, Psalm 24:6 says, "Such is the generation of those who seek Him, who seek the face of the God of Jacob." And what I want us to think about for just a few minutes this morning is this phrase, seek the face of God. What does that mean? What does it mean to seek the face of God? That's not something that's real common in our language. Just, I'm going to seek the face of God. What does this mean? How does this shape and change our lives? Well, I think the first thing that it means to seek the face of God is to look to Him for the things that we are looking for. Let's see what he is talking about. Verse 5, he says, "This man will receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation." I think seeking the face of God looks like looking to the Lord for blessing and for righteousness. Maybe, well, what does that mean? Is that something that everybody's seeking? Yes. Everybody is seeking blessing and righteousness. Everybody is seeking to be satisfied, to be complete, to be filled. But the problem is, because of sin, everybody looks in 100 different places for these things. They look inside of themselves. They look to these external things that they can fill their life with as a source of blessing and righteousness. But the man who seeks the face of God says, no, I look to God for these things. I'm going to follow God. God is going to be my source of blessing. God is going to be my source of righteousness. And I'm not going to have these things for myself. I can't find these things for myself. They can only come from God. To seek the face of God looks like living for Him. He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not lift up his soul to what is false and does not swear deceitfully. To look at the face of God is to see Him and to see His character and say, hey, I want to reflect Him and I want to reflect His character. Right? We know that God is holy. When Jesus came and lived, right? He is the perfect representation of having clean hands and a pure heart, who never lift up his soul to what is false, but continued in what was true, who never swore deceitfully, who chose to do things the right way every single time. And to seek the face of God is to say, hey, I want to reflect that to a world that is watching. So to seek the face of God, we have to look to God alone for these things. But to seek the face of God looks like honoring God alone. Look what he says, verse 7. "Lift up your heads, O gates. Lift it up, O ancient doors. Let the King of glory may come in." Honor Him as the King. Honor Him as the one who has come and has conquered and who's coming again to set everything right. Live for Him alone. Who is this King of glory? The Lord, strong and mighty. The Lord, mighty in battle. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. It looks like honoring Him and praising Him for all the things that you have in your life. To seek the face of God is to know from whom your blessings come from. It is to know from whom your righteousness comes from. And it is to honor Him in light of those things. To rejoice in what He has given to you. To live in such a way that you enjoy His good gifts and that you exalt Him in front of others, so that other people can come to enjoy Him and exalt Him as well. That's what it means to seek the face of God. It means to look at God. Say, hey, I want to be with you. I want to honor you. I want to glorify you with my life. Seek the face of God today. Seek the face of God and trust in Him. Hey, thanks for joining me today. We'll see you back next week. But until then, go and glorify His name.